Okay, I've just started another live stream. I'm going to start off by saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, which basically is a greeting of peace. I don't know who's watching. My main target are Muslims and ethnic minorities, so I want to encourage them into technology and into entrepreneurship and becoming productive human beings, productive Muslims, and productive individuals that would play a role in society and contribute. Service to many leads to greatness. So, in this particular podcast or vlog or whatever you want to call it, I want to talk about a recent conference or an exhibition that I attended called CogX. Cog is in cognitive. It was focused on artificial intelligence as well as other sort of side technologies related or indirectly related to the artificial intelligence revolution. So I want to give you my honest opinion on it. To be honest, when I first went to the event, I didn't really know what to expect. If it was in one venue or you know which sort of stream should I take and that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, there was a bit of chaos in the start of the event, and the whole event started a bit late. And later on, I realized that it was held in several different venues, mainly two venues. One is the O2 Arena, which is the big dome, and the other one was a place called Magazine London. It's a different building. They're only a few minutes apart, but it was inconvenient moving from one location to another and sort of switching and that kind of stuff. As well as there is maximum security, heightened security in these places, in these venues. So you have to go through all these security measures similar to the airport, but I would say it was even slightly more because they would, after they scan your bags, they would have to open the bags as well. Although there's nothing in the bag, it could be an empty bag. They will still open it up and look through the bag. So if the scanners aren't enough and it show absolute visibility to the content of the bag, they also have other individuals that go through your bag and go through the papers and books and stuff like that and flick through the page just to make sure you're not hiding I don't know something. I don't know what they're looking for, but yeah, you know, so it was a waste of time. And there was this kind of chaos going on, as well as when you go to the next location or next venue, again more security searches, absolutely unnecessary. But what can I say? Duplication, a lot of duplication. So that side of things was completely bad. However, I was quite impressed with the content, the speakers. It was the very high quality, high caliber. There were representation from the governments as well, representation from industry, entrepreneurs. The quality was absolutely phenomenal. So I would highly recommend you do go attend CogX Festival in the future and other events similar to that, because it's absolutely amazing. And now for the exhibitors, the people that are exhibiting, these are small businesses or medium size or whatever. There was a mixed bag of exhibitors. There were obviously exhibitors there trying to promote their business opportunity, trying to get people to join some sort of a program, whether it's a Ponzi scheme or a genuine or whatever, or a network marketing opportunity. But there was also genuine businesses and genuine startups as well that were promoting their innovations or their products. The ones that I was very impressed with were the ones that are non-profit organizations. They were there to promote education or promote research and development, and promote the industry in general. They weren't there with an ulterior motive to get people signed up into a business opportunity, for example. Okay, They were there to create partnerships and promote the industry, promote innovation, promote research, promote education, so that kind of stuff. So I love those kind of exhibitors, and I liked the speakers that were kind of talking in general about how the trend in the future is going. And of course, looking at the people that attended as well, there were a mixed bag of individuals. There were some students, of course, they were graduating or just graduated and looking for a job. So they were trying to find an employer. So it was more like they were seeing it more as a job fair where they can sort of interact with the founders of companies, startup companies, or medium-sized companies, and so on. Big companies as well, like Shell was there, and other major tech companies were there as well. So yeah, so you had the students, and then of course there were other people that were there to just network generally, maybe get people into their business opportunity again, network marketers. And then I felt disappointed with people that were promoting their Ponzi schemes. So, for example, people trying to sell their coins or tokens or trading or algorithms or these robots or getting people to invest in some sort of a scam, in my opinion, unethical. Although it might be legal in the UK, I mean, the UK's framework or their definition of a Ponzi scheme might be slightly different. What's something that I would consider as unethical? It might be legal in the in the point of view of the law, of the English law. So they might see it as normal and it's absolutely okay to, like set up a casino or go into gambling. For me, it's unethical because for people to make money, 80-90% of the people have to lose money. The money has to come from somewhere. And of course, the people that are creating this sort of marketplace are they're profiting whether you win or lose. So they're making a percentage from all the transactions. They're taking a percentage from the investors that are investing in their scam, in my opinion. And yeah, so these sort of people, I don't like them. I consider them, in my opinion, as scum. Because the reason why I use that word and I say they're the scum of the earth, because they are not motivated are there to create a service or product that will serve society or the community. They're only money motivated. So they're only there to just maximize the profit, make money. They're promoting materialism, luxury, that kind of stuff. And they're trying to make money out of nothing, out of thin air. So scam people, get people to invest in your scam. You make money, you get rich. All the people that are around you, that are with you in that Ponzi scheme, they also profit. But 80-90% of individuals lose money in these instances, and because they get scammed. Okay, so yeah, there were these kind of individuals there as well. And of course, there were other individuals, which were good quality individuals, where they were trying to create professional networks. So these are a different level or layer of people that are there. Maybe they're entrepreneurs, or they need some advice, or they need inspiration, motivation, and so on. And they also were looking for joint venture partners or some business opportunity, genuine business opportunities where they can participate in some sort of a business agreement. And then there were those, of course, that are there, were looking for the next biggest trend or an investment opportunity. So they had the money, the funds, and they were looking to finance projects. So I met a mixed bag of individuals, and I don't intend to offend anyone. So although someone is not aligned ethically to the same sort of alignment as myself, so I kind of say, okay, thank you very much, good luck, basically. And I don't go deep with them. I don't waste my time with them. My advice to you, if you are that kind of individuals, you should change. You should be focused on creating a business or a product or a service that will have a benefit to society. It will push that envelope forward, the envelope of knowledge. So you're creating a product or, moving the knowledge forward. A bit like a PhD researcher, what they do, they look for a problem and they look at the past solutions and they see how they can make a small, modest contribution to the research field. Okay? They're not motivated by profits of just money from thin air. Okay? So they're looking at solving a problem. There's a problem and they try to find a solution, and that solution will benefit society, benefit others. Okay, so that's their focus. The focus is to solve a problem. Okay, those kind of people, they're not focused on solving problems. They're there to exploit others, and so that's my honest opinion on the people that attended the event. Now, it was very kind of high level, so it's very easy. Someone that's not technically savvy or very knowledgeable in technology, they would understand. They would feel comfortable because everyone's kind of talking in a very high level way. The government, people that are from the government or officials from the government and so on. They were talking very generic, general stuff. We're here to promote innovation, investment, and so on. And to be honest with you, I know as a British government, for example, they talk nonsense. They talk a lot, but their actions should speak louder than words. What they should be doing is really making real investments, not saying we are the best country in the world, we are making investments, we are this, but they're not actually promoting education. They're not actually investing in research and development. I've seen more initiatives going on in Europe. I've seen far more initiatives going on in China, in Taiwan. Taiwan was there representing, and they're trying to create partnerships with the UK and UK universities. So yeah, I've seen initiatives in the Far East, America. They're very pro research. Canada, India is in the forefront of all that, especially in open standard research like RISC-V, for example. They've got their own microprocessors. In China, they have the One Chip Initiative, where they encourage every student in electrical engineering or computer science to create their own processor. So because they want to teach them about CPU design, process design, all that stuff, high definition languages, hardware definition language like Verilog and so on. So they teach even computer science students. They don't leave it for just electronic engineering. They blend hardware and software together, which is important for in academia and so on. But in the UK, unfortunately, there's only very, very few universities, really just the top universities that are very active and they're like on the cutting edge and they're trying to innovate and so on, like Cambridge, Oxford, Edinburgh University. But other universities are lagging behind. Their knowledge and what they're teaching is a little bit behind by a few years. It's like old information. And so the curriculum needs to be updated in the UK. And I also looked into the Middle East as well. It's even worse. I mean, they're like probably 20 years behind in their standard of education. So they're, the UK, I would say about 5 years behind in tech and research and knowledge that's being shared in the curriculum. And Middle East is probably 20 years behind in that. And the people that are right at the forefront of everything are in Asia. China, India, Pakistan joined the race about a couple of years ago now, so they're also progressing. I'm very impressed with those people, those governments, and they're when they're pushing education forward. That does impress me a lot when I see that. But when I see a government that is not really driven by producing quality candidates and quality research. Government's not, I'm not talking about the academia, I'm talking about researchers. Researchers, individual, are doing a fantastic job. There's a lot of good researchers, but they're not getting the support they need from the government, from the UK government, for example. And so the government's not like that. They're trying to do things that are short term. They're looking for things that, let's just do this little, public project or something like that, or something that like a publicity stunt. So we're going to invest in this, or we're going to give money to our buddies in this industry and show that we are actually making investments. Taxpayers' money is going somewhere. So they waste it in a way just to create these publicity stunts to appear as if they're actually active and they're doing something in the economy, but they're not. The UK government are, unfortunately, the current government is just not really in line with the interest of the people. Unfortunately, that's the case. And of course, around the world, it gets worse. But China, I see they're doing a fantastic job. Taiwan's doing fantastic. India's doing a fantastic job. Pakistan is coming there. It's joining the race. Apart from that, I can't really think of other countries that are actually forefront. And I said Canada as well. Australia, I've seen bits and bobs there. So definitely things need to step up to the plate. We need to make the world a better place. We need to make more investments in research and development. I.e., artificial intelligence is a big thing, a big opportunity for people to use it in a productive way, use it to make life better for a lot of people, elevate people from their position, whether it's in poverty and so on. They should use that, as well as open standard architecture such as RISC-V. It's a fantastic opportunity people to do research in that field and make a contribution. And this could also help a lot of people from third world countries to also move up the rank slightly, make life a little bit better for everybody. And there's a lot of opportunities. Cybersecurity also is a fantastic place to look into. A lot of areas, researching in programming languages as well. That's interesting. Financial technology, making it more efficient, performance. Definitely there's a lot of areas that people could look into and innovate. And when they do innovate, they should be innovating to solve problems rather than just focusing on making money. Money will come, money will flow to the person that actually solves the problem. So if you identify a problem and that solution that you're putting forward can benefit a large number of people, the market will value far more than someone solving a very small problem that will have only a small impact. Maybe one or two customers will benefit. It has no real impact in society. So you need to focus on something. It could be simple, but the solution would benefit a large number of people. If you do that, the market will value more, and naturally you will get more funding, or you will generate more profit. So that's the focus that you should be doing. So I've got a cap here. I've got the cap free when I attended the event, and they had this little feedback forms and stuff like that. So absolutely, CogX, I was going to say it wrong, is a fantastic opportunity. I hope the organizers can be a little bit more organized and maybe choose a venue that doesn't have all this nonsense with security, and you have to get your bag scanned and then searched and then scanned again, and then every time you go in and out you have to get your card scanned in and your bag scanned again. That's ridiculous. Waste of time, waste of energy. And also the talks were all like, that you want to attend, like a talk at, like, say 9 o'clock, and then there's another talk at like 9:30 or something. That talk finishes, that 9:30 talk is another venue which takes you about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes to walk to. By the time you go through security, so then you now suddenly, by the time you attend the other talk, they're kind of halfway through already. So you missed half of the talk already just because of the ridiculous security checks that you have to go through and the walk between the two venues. So yeah, that was a bad part. If you go in a group and everyone goes to a different venue and sits there and just watches, and then maybe share notes later, that might be idea. But I think the organizers should do a better job because they've spent a lot of money clearly, and they've got really fantastic content to share. But the whole structure was just, it ruined it. It ruined the whole thing. The other thing I have to say, I just remembered now. Now, I'm a Muslim, okay? And I heard from O2 Arena management and stuff because I was asking for a mosque. And they said, oh, there was a prayer place, but now we've changed it. It's been used for something else now. So, yeah, unfortunately, the organizers need to, create an environment for everyone, and so they have to understand that a lot of the people that are attending are from the Muslim faith, are Muslims, or they might be Jews or anything else, and they might need a prayer space. Like us Muslims, we pray 5 times a day. I'm not saying that we have to pray all 5 times during that time of the event. I mean, but at least once or twice we need to pray between these hours that you have, like between 8 o'clock in the morning and 6 p.m., for example. There's 2 prayers that we have to pray. So it was inconvenient. And then when I went outside looking for a mosque, I went to another building about 20 minutes away. And unfortunately that was closed as well. And yeah, so it was just inconvenient. And I know a lot of Muslims that are practicing Muslims, they were just praying in parks or praying in some corners in various places. And it was inconvenient for the sisters, females. A man can pray in a park, but a woman by herself, I mean, just putting a scarf down or a piece of paper and praying in a park, and then people walking and dogs and that stuff. Come on, make an effort, create an environment for everyone. Try to be considerate that there are people that need certain things, tailor for everyone, and make this event even better. That's my advice to the organizers if they listen, if they see this video. That's just my opinion. I hope I give some feedback. I'm trying to be constructive. I'm not saying just criticizing the whole thing. I'm trying to be constructive, with my criticism and say, look, there's a good part, there's the bad parts, and I think you shouldn't be trying to just get any exhibitors to exhibit. You should really try to get quality exhibitors only, which you had a lot. I mean, I would say about 99% of the exhibitors there were high quality exhibitors. The odd exhibitor there, they weren't like genuine businesses, in my opinion. They were there just to promote their spread betting or gambling apps or opportunities, and I think that ruins the whole thing if people come across that. I think all the exhibitors need to be relevant to the event. So if the event is about artificial intelligence, they should be exhibiting products that make use of artificial intelligence to solve a problem, not about here's an opportunity, put some money in, and this app will make you money. Make you money from what? From gambling, spread betting. Make you money for what? For other people become, falling victim to a scam, because that's what it comes down to. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit more educated than those people, so therefore I can smell BS. When I see it, I know this is complete nonsense what they're doing. Whether they're making money, of course, you can make money illegally. You know, you can make money. You know, it's not just because you make money, it's okay. No, you have to make money ethically. It has to be clean. So when you do charity, you do it with clean money, pure money, not with dirty money. That's my opinion. And I'm advising you, you should be doing that. You should not be saying, oh, it's ethical because it's making me a lot of money. Don't think like that. I know some people out there, they're just motivated. They're empty. They're an empty vessel, and all they're motivated by is just maximizing profit and making as much money as possible. And that's their purpose of life. It's just for them to be rich. And then they can say, well, I've had conversations with some people um, who claim they're Christians, for example, and they are religious and blah blah blah. And I tell them, you know, this is not good what you're doing. And they say, oh, you know, once I make a lot of money, then I'm going to give some of it to charity. That's their mentality. But yeah, that's up to them. Okay. But as Muslims, we should not be doing that. We should not even participate. And it's sad to see some Muslims also participate in these gambling businesses, um, haram activities. And yeah, you should know already riba is haram in our belief. You know, if you believe, you should stay away from riba in all its forms and from speculation in all its forms as well. You should keep your money clean, pure, and whatever you do it for good intention to benefit the world and benefit society. Okay, the whole world and all humanity, irrespective, all creations of God, you should be trying to take care of it because you are responsible. We're here with a responsibility. There's a weight on our shoulder. We're here as servants to the Almighty Allah, only to serve Him and to serve Him by serving others. Service to many leads to greatness. I hope I didn't take too long. I just wanted to talk a little bit about my opinion of the event as well as, you know, just give you some advice here and there in between. And I've done a live stream just before this one, talking about my health transformation plan, and alhamdulillah, I am now 87 point something kilograms, and my starting weight in the beginning of the year is almost 130, so I've dropped down. And just like I'm doing health, I'm also trying to transform my life in all aspects as well, from business, education, research, development, spirituality, education, it just in every aspect. So I'm trying to tackle this, and for this, the purpose of this channel, because I get asked this question, you know, what are you focused on? Are you focused on technology? You're going to focus on health? You're going to, no, actually my channel is going to be more holistic. I know it's the worst advice. The worst thing you could do is, you know, have those mixed messages on your channel. So yeah, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use myself as if like I'm like a guinea pig, the experiment. And before I recommend something, I'll do the experiment on myself. So it's like in health, I did a transformation plan. I tried the diet, tried prolonged fasting. It worked for me fantastic. I'm losing weight. I started fine tuning my strategy, weight loss strategy, started learning from mistakes. So I'm not like, okay, it's working, so, you know, just continue as it is. I'm losing weight. So like, no, I started seeing, okay, what's the good points? What's the bad points? So always constantly re-evaluate yourself, re-evaluate your strategy, whether it comes to health or business, exactly the same. Always re-evaluate every few days, have a look at where you're going. If you're progressing in the right direction, fantastic. Can you do it better? Can you make it better improvements? Okay. So that's what the advice I need to give you about this. And likewise, I will also start talking about business. I'll start talking about technology. I'll tell you what the latest is happening, latest and greatest things that's happening, real latest and greatest stuff happening. And also, I will hope on this channel to bring some special guests as well. And like I said in the previous live stream that I did, I want to focus on getting you quality. I don't want to get, you know, people are going to be giving you bad advice or telling you the purpose of life is just to maximize profit and make money and drink as much gusto as you can, and you'll only live once and all that nonsense. the materialism promotes. If you want that kind of stuff, go on the mainstream media, go on Instagram. You'll see all these people showing off the material stuff, trying to get you to envy them and feel that you're unhappy and they're so happy. Actually, they're all fake. A lot of these people out there, they rent a car, or they stay in someone's house, or they rent a big house and they claim that they own the house or something like that. Or even worse, they just go to view a property and they just sit there and they pretend as if they own the property. They fake their whole image, because one thing you need to know, if you're, someone that's want to become successful in life and you haven't got experience and you've just started out in your life, a lot of these people, especially these unsuccessful people and depressed people and wannabes and all that stuff, what they do is they dress as if they're rich. They've got success. They've achieved success. They fake it till they make it. That's their motto. Fake it till you make it. Okay. So they do that to fool others into buying their program or joining their course, giving them money, and that's how they will be really rich out of your ignorance in this whole matter. But the rich people, they're so convinced about themselves. They're rich inside. They don't show to the world. They don't need to show. They don't need to impress anyone. They're comfortable with the way they are, and they're focused on revenue creation, building businesses, solving problems. A bit like Elon Musk, you see him always innovating and creating new products, trying to push, to his businesses and the world to new frontiers, whether it's a space exploration or automotives or whatever. So he's moving in these directions. Likewise, other entrepreneurs, you will see them, successful entrepreneurs and successful individuals, you'll see them always trying to push the envelope forward, whether it's in education or whatever. They're always trying to push forward. And so they don't need to impress anyone on the way they dress. They don't need to impress anyone by, buying an expensive watch or driving a Bugatti or anything like that. Of course, there are a small percentage of people that have inherited money, or they've made money, or they've won lottery and they've got money easily, or they were just miners in Bitcoin. I was a miner in Bitcoin previously, and they've just held their coins and they've overnight became millionaires and billionaires, just from Bitcoin and other stuff like that. So they never really worked hard for it. So those kind of people, you see them flashing their cars, flashing the way they dress, flashing their yachts and all that stuff, and they want to be show-offs. Also, people from the sports side, some of them like to show off. They earn a large salary, they like to blow it, and that's it. So I've been with those kind of crowds, by the way, and I've worked with people that are earning a fraction of what I'm earning, and they're dressing far better than me. They're driving a very expensive car, which they obviously built on, they bought it from a loan from the bank, and they're just basically put themselves in a very deep hole, because they have to pay for that debt for the rest of their life. And they did it just so they can look as if they've made it, they're successful. They walk with arrogance, and yet they're nobody. So you have to watch out for that. Okay, so don't assume just because someone's dressed in a 3-pin suit, or they're dressed in a certain way, or they drive a certain car, they're successful, and you take advice from them, because they're not going to give you good advice. They're going to just try to get you to invest, or give them your money, or buy their product or service, or join some sort of course. So watch out for these traps, okay? These people are scammers. These people are fakes. They're frauds, okay? So watch out for that. A genuine, successful person will give you knowledge for free. They will just share it. Why would someone try to sell you a course how to make money? Why do they need to do that? If they're successful, they will just say, okay, you want to not learn about business, you want to know how to do this, and if you're serious, they will tell you. They love I've met a lot of multi-millionaires, real successful people, real genuine people. And when I've made friends with them, and I ask them for advice, they spend the time, they give me advice, they give me recommendations, they give me the good pointers. It's not like they say to me, oh, by the way, time is money, buddy. If you don't pay us, we're not going to give you this inside information that we gathered over 20 years building businesses, whatever. They don't do that. They just give it. They give you all the advice. They like to share their story, their journey, their struggles. They share it for free. They don't need your 1,000, 10,000, 20,000. They've got hundreds of millions. Why would they try to sell you their time? Especially if you're a friend. And I hate the most people that try to take advantage of other people's vulnerabilities or ignorance. For example, like say I go to a place and I'm looking for a property and I tell someone, they will automatically think, okay, how can I make money out of this? And they'll go to an estate agent, they'll go try to do a deal with a property owner. Let's say the property is for £500 and they will tell me 600 and they'll make the difference. Yeah, people shouldn't be like that. People should be trying to help others and serve others and give pointers to people free. You shouldn't be trying to do anything or help anyone with an ulterior motive. So this is me for now. I'm just gonna close off because I've just hit midnight. I've got to wake up early, so I just thought I'd close the night with this little piece of advice and give you this feedback on my CogX attendance. Actually, I only attended 2 days out of the 3 days because I had a few trips to do, and I got quite busy on the second day. So I did attend 2 days out of the 3 days. So I haven't attended all three, but that's my opinion, general opinion on the 2 days I attended. Okay, take care. Wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bye bye.